What is up, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch? Marlon here, once again, here to present you guys the stream through the power of the internet. That was like my worst line I've ever used. But anyway, this is episode 21 of Mushroom City Minecraft Part 1. Now, the reason why I said Part 1 out of 2, or rather, what's in the title that says 1 out of 2, it's because we're splitting the stream into two. One stream that usually consists of 2 hours will be split into two 1 hour long streams. So that means that it is 6:01 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here. But at 7 o'clock, I gotta wrap the first part up before we can move on to the second part, which starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and only lasts until 11 p.m. Now, let's just make this quick right now with the weather, but however, it's gonna require a little bit of more discussion. So, what's going on right now? Okay, so let's start off with in the Northeast. We do have plenty of dry conditions. But based on the local reports that I've been getting because of where I live, we do have lots of wildfires in the southern part of the state of New Jersey. And boy, it's going to make visibility drop anywhere that's near ground zero, as in southern New Jersey, where now the woods are on fire. Becoming similar to LA, with its wildfires, but except it's happening here in the tri-state area of the New York City area. But we'll talk about it a little later. Right now, we do have lots of severe weather activity all throughout the South, and as well as the Midwest. But even though the eastern portion of Michigan, the lake shore of Lake Huron, they're dealing with some freezing rain mixed some sleet. But yet there's some rain throughout upper peninsula Michigan, and there's showers and some snow showers and mix throughout portions of the Rockies, and as well as the Great Basin. But let's talk about the severe weather right now. So what do we got? Okay, so we got 2 tornado warnings. So we got 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, 3 flash flood warnings, and 20 special weather statements. Let's go over the 2 tornado warnings, and they're both in Kansas. So let's find that tornado, folks. This is what I like to do. Whenever I see tornado warnings, I like to show you guys how the National Weather Service finds areas of rotation where you can find tornadoes in the vicinity. So let's start off with the first one in Oakley, just south of Colby, in Kansas, western Kansas. Now let me try to find the local radar right now. So the nearest one is here in Goodland. Yeah, it's in Goodland, Kansas. Okay, so they have the Hook Echo right here, as you can see, folks. Yep, that is a well-defined tornado that we got. It's very convincing. And as we turn on the high-res velocity, okay, so based on what I've learned from meteorology, the green areas mean it's the winds that go toward the radar, and the red ones that move away from the radar. Okay, so the bright green means that it's moving fast, so that means we do have a tornado in the vicinity. And based on the shape of the tornado warning, it looks like as though the system might move in to the northeast, as you can see. And now, wait, I might show you guys the dual polarization, the part where there's a correlation coefficient. Well, there tends to be some debris that's going on. Hold on just a moment, folks. I don't know, for some reason it's all silent. Pardon me, folks, but it's the outside noise that I can't control. Regardless, there is an indication, a strong indication of tornadoes near Monument, Kansas, moving towards a place called Oakley, Kansas. And it's a tornado warning in which it was indicated by radar, and the hail size is about 1.5 inches in diameter, which is a ping pong sized tornado. I don't know why there's that. So what's going on right now? So there's a tornado tornado in eastern Kansas as well. And now let's check what's going on. Okay, so there is something right there, right around Rock Creek, but I'll also want to check using the reflectivity radar, which we got. This one looks a lot less like the textbook definition of what a supercell looks like. Now we move towards the high-res velocity. Where's that Doppler radar? It's right there. Alright, so now what we got here is that we have winds moving in that direction, a lot faster here, but there's also winds right here. So all of that has to do with supercell that's in the vicinity, and it's located just north and east and northeast of Topeka and north of Tecumseh. So for those of you who are in the tornado warning, do exercise caution by taking shelter in a basement or storm shelter. And if those aren't available, just head over to an interior room or closet that has no windows nearby, because any room that has windows there would make the windows break, and also there would be a lot of projectiles being thrown towards you. If you do end up there, it won't give you the best protection there would be. And if you're outside, your best bet's to lay low in a ditch and never outrun a tornado, just so you know, folks. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so what's next is that... okay, hold on, let me turn this on. Okay, so there are 11 severe thunderstorm warnings. We do have one in Kansas, Texas, another one in Kansas. There are two of them. Georgia and South Carolina, Tennessee. So we're not going to go through all of them individually, but there are lots in western Kansas, and as well as western Texas with the dry line, which could be our weather discussion of the weather topic of the day. There's one in Georgia and South Carolina. There's one in eastern Tennessee near Athens. All right, and flash flood warnings. Oh wait, there's one tornado warning, and it's located in Oakley. The one in Topeka has expired, so that explains why you're not getting much of the action in terms of tornadoes, because it already weakened. What about flash flood warnings? Okay, so there are three of them, one in Mississippi, Alabama, and Kansas. Near Meridian, just south of Huntsville, and another one near Topeka. And how about these special weather statements? Many of them are in Kansas, North Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama. And that's about it. Alright, so it all has to do with all of this setup that's going on. You're seeing a stationary front in play, folks. That means that it's a weather front that can't move unless one of the air masses is more powerful than the other. A warm front is present. There's another stationary front nearby. a dry line is present. So what does that mean? It means that, well, the south is going to be experiencing severe weather for the next few days. And for us people in the northeast, well, there's going to be plenty of dry weather to go around. More severe thunderstorm warnings, and the recent one is in Kansas. All right, so we'll monitor the whole severe weather thing throughout both streams, actually, especially the end of the stream. But in this part of the stream, the first half, we are going to have a weather topic of the day, just so you know, folks. We're not going to do a weather discussion until the second half of the stream, which is later. Alright, I feel like I have exceeded my time limit when it comes to weather discussions. But now let's play Minecraft. Switch gears right now. So here we are. We got plant-based light sources, the slogan of the day in Minecraft. Now, what are we doing today? Well, picking up from where we left off, we were starting to build an interchange, but we also started with this, in which, well, both the highway and the roadway had to, well, change height because, well, this highway can't really go too high, and this road can't go way too low as well. So that means only I ended up increasing the height by 2 blocks and decreasing height by 2 blocks here, you know, on the local road known as Southwest 5th Street. Now, what about what's going on with, let's say, there? Alright, what's next? What's next is that we need to get to the bottom of this. So how are you guys doing today? You guys having a good day? You guys looking forward to the weekend, or hoping that you guys have better days ahead? For me, it's just same old work, you know, all that stuff. Let's see what's on my mind today. Well, nothing much going on, just typical struggles, typical you know, stuff. Well, folks, I am going to say this, is that we are going to have, oh, I don't know what I forgot what I was going to say. Well, just to give you a detail, folks, about what's going on today in terms of streaming. Well, I mean, the reason why I have 2 short streams today, it's because, well, I got stuff to do. I got dinner to eat. I don't want to end up taking too much of my own. I won't, like, be able to I'll do a lot of things before bedtime just because I'm streaming for you guys, but I feel like as though, like, the more I stream, the more experience I get, and the more I learn along the way. In terms of what's going to happen with Kingdom Hearts, we will do that, but I plan on putting the whole taking down the heartless demon volcano some bitch, on hold. Well, not for like this weekend, but more like just for me to get a little more experience, just so that I can obtain more moves, and then I'll be able to be a little more immune to attacks by the volcano demon. I forgot the name, but I mean, I know, I can look it up, but I would rather, just do that this weekend and focus more on this, something a little more calm, because, I mean, I just got off of work, and I'm tired, but I'm not tired, enough to not stream, meaning that I want to stream for you guys, because, I want to be able to be the first ever, or rather, at least that I know of, the first Twitch meteorologist, the first meteorologist who would end up streaming gaming and weather simultaneously. And hopefully, maybe one of these days that the National Weather Association would allow streamers like me, and meteorologists like me, to be certified, just to prove to you guys that I am the real deal. I don't know about the American Meteorological Society, but they are a little more elite. I mean, I do like them. I mean, sometimes I do pay for membership, but it's just that I need the organization to recognize people like me, that I'm more serious than they assume, something they can no longer ignore. But I'm what I would call as the meteorologists of the people. I'm more like, the people's meteorologists. Okay, now what? I'll tell you now what. I'm kidding. Okay. So now right now I'm doing this part because, because I'm going to do the zigzags, and then finally I'll get moving, see where the wind will take me. Okay, so this is the highway right now. Okay. Yeah, we fill that part, and now we are going to go ahead and do this part. This is something a kid who wanted to become a meteorologist would never dream of back in the day, of being one's own weather channel. I mean, if I were 5-year-old again, who loves the Weather Channel, and Twitch suddenly became a thing in 1999, I would totally be in for it. See. Okay, so I managed to get this part done. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay the torch here temporarily because I need that to see. It's not like I'm blind or short-sighted. I mean, sure, I may be wearing glasses and all because I'm nearsighted, but that's not really the reason. The real reason is that the game, can sometimes be too dark. So I have to light things up. One, two, three, one. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 5. All right. And now let me install this. What do you think of City Center Plaza from this view, folks? I mean, as soon as I'm done with this and probably add a few more buildings, sure, the site will be obstructed because of some buildings, but not completely because these will be very too iconic to be not seen, to be to have its view being obstructed from this view. Go. Time to get rid of this. Oh, God. There we go. I find that, when I was watching One Piece last night, one of the episodes on Egghead Island. Okay, so for those of you who don't watch One Piece, I am okay. Just be very mindful that there are spoilers there, unless if you don't give a shit about One Piece and don't want to. I mean, then you can hop in. So the episode goes. So one of the episodes has shown Zoro's and Luffy's funny faces when Kaku and Lucci just asked the Straw Hats a favor by untying them and then kick the Seraphim's asses and promised that they would handcuff themselves. And the reaction from Zoro and Luffy was very priceless. It was the same thing, the same type of facial expressions that were displayed back during the Wano episodes. I mean, I can totally relate to anything that happens to me these days. Like, for example, like let's say somebody were to tell me yo, Marlon, do me a favor and just let you take this rejection and also never to go for your dream job ever again and live a happy life. And if you try to do that, you would have to kill yourself. Sounds good? That would be my facial expression that Zoro and Luffy had made. It was very funny. That would be like saying, "Oh, hell no, boy! You want me to give up my dream, and if I don't, I would kill myself? Fat fucking chance. I'm not doing you favors like that no more." That's like giving up your free will for the sake of others. Yeah, and that they said that they were gonna like do things like probably like take anything that probably settle anything for less for me. Come on, man, you want me to accept that? Hell fucking no, I don't do that. I'm not sinking that low. I'm not settling anything that for less. Fuck that. I'm not doing it. You can forget about that. Give up my childhood dream just to move on with your life, have no friends, have no future, don't grow. That sounds a lot like, the best deal of my life. Best thing I can settle, right? Not. I'd say, if you want me to do that, I would suggest that you start sucking dick. I'm not gonna give a flying fucking shit what they would say. Who cares about their lives? They're worthless. Straw hats. That ain't right. Or if for example, if like person A or problem like for example, like if I were somebody who's in search of a date, but then the guy's all like, "Hey, do me a favor and don't fall in love with any girl you want, and just only go for the ones who are very unattractive, even especially lesbians." And never go for the ones that are attractive and those who definitely are worthy of falling in love with. And don't be the luckiest guy in the world. And if you find a girl, we beat you up. Okay? Could you do that for me, please? Then I would display that same expression that Luffy and Zoro made. Yeah, from that episode. That would be a big, fat, fucking hell no, boy. Hell no. They want me to settle for less. Does anybody want me to settle for anything for less? Nobody. All crickets. Nobody in the stream wants me to settle anything for less. Want to wait. Going down in negatives. Going Down at negatives. Better yet, fall in love with a girl, but then the girl dumps you, or rather rejects you, or just to let the girl just play you on and then say, too bad you don't get to go, cause girls like to have fun with you. They think you're worth playing. Your heart's worth playing for suckers like you. You know what I mean? That's just the way I see things. That's just the way I see things. And then make that facial expression, with Zoro and Luffy, they made. That would be so funny. Making that kind of facial expression. Or like, fall in love with the girl, and then let the girl make you guess, say maybe, or fall in love with her, and then when you're about to ask her out, you find out that she's taken. Probably rather immediately before, during, or even after you ask her out, or try to. That sounds fun. It's 6:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream for those of you just tuning in. My name is Marlon, and this is episode 21, part 1 of Mushroom City in Minecraft. I've been streaming for about 33 minutes. And I have to end the stream in 30 minutes, just so you know, folks. But we're going to talk about, weather discussion. We're going to talk about the weather topic of the day at 7 o'clock. Probably a few minutes after 7 o'clock, and then we end the stream. We'll talk briefly about severe weather, about a couple minutes. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me mute the mic. Alright, I'm back. Okay, just so you know, folks, I do have something in my mind based on what I'm getting in one of my social media. That is not available to the public, nor that it should be. That someone I knew used to have a lot of cats, about up to 11 cats. Like, the majority of them being kittens. Yeah, I thought it was so funny that that it would be like Cat City, in that house. But unfortunately, many of the kittens were poisoned, probably by a neighbor or an animal, a wild animal in the neighborhood. I'm not talking about stray cats or stray dogs. I'm talking about reindeers or bears, raccoons. And even some of the big cats ran away. By the way, folks, there's a chance that I'm going to Kansas City. Well, the the en route to Kansas City, I'm actually going to drive with my bro, and on the return, I have to fly alone back to New York. It's going to be a difficult journey for me, but it's a must for me. It's like I'm about to drive halfway across the country. So that means I'll be on my own. Yeah, for the first time. So, gotta get ready for that. And actually, I do need to leave town just to get a sense of what will I be dealing with outside of town. Whether if I can move or not, and whether if I have potential to be a broadcast meteorologist over there. But you never know, folks. You never know. One, two, three, four. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so what now? Well, I gotta shower, eat dinner, and just relax a little bit, and then get back to this. See, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Whoops. You know, one of these days, there's a possibility that I may collaborate with my friends if they do have Minecraft, or play a different game, actually. But I would prefer to, let's say, play a Nintendo game, or rather, something more like along the lines of, like, probably Uno or Jackbox. Yeah, I remember Jackbox was a thing back then. I don't know if they still do it to this day. I mean, it's been about 10 years since the start of Jackbox games. I used to play a lot of that back in the day, especially when I was in college. It was so fun, dude. It was so fun. I'd love to do that again, though. Right. Yeah, I think I can turn this into, I don't know. Yeah, I'll think of something. I will think of something, folks. Definitely will think of something. And it's starting to rain. Oh, that's rich. That is so rich. Yeah, I gotta get back to City Center Plaza. Gotta see if I'm missing something. Am I really? I think I am. Yep, I am missing something, folks. Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to do what I need to do. Just let me head to that room on the second floor. Okay, and that is going to be, wait, that is going to be okay, so 25 floors. 25 floors. Okay. 25 floors. 21 guns. Wrong room. Let's go to that room because that's the room that I definitely need to do better on. Okay, so hold on. Let me talk over. Let me talk over. Okay. Clone this. Clone this. Right. And finally, go upstairs. Okay. Now let's go up the 25th floor, because that's where we need to be on a rainy day. And we don't need a bunch of spam bots sending out a bunch of crap, about views, get more views. You have to earn it. There's no such thing as free lunch. Alright, just a little more. Right, here we go. Alright, well, the sun is starting to rise. Before I can continue, I just need to do something first. Like this. Boom. That's how you do it. You gotta ban a spam. Ban that spam. Yeah, it doesn't rhyme, but it's something close to which. Alright, and now we are going to... 36, 32... Yeah, might as well do this on a rainy day. It's no fun, but... you know what they say, you gotta do what you gotta do. If my friends are watching this, please do know that I'm actually doing this for love, with love, and that if you guys are here, I thank you deeply. I thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me. Even if it's for like about a few seconds out of your busy schedule, it means so much to me because I missed you guys. And that you guys do support me. You guys are the best. And I look forward to continuing to do this for you guys. Okay, it's still raining outside, so let's go downstairs and take the elevator right now. We're on the 25th floor, so now let's go downstairs. Okay, so now let's go outside, even though it's still raining, but if it's thundering, take shelter. That's all we gotta do. I mean, as long as it's not thundering, we're going to be in the clear. But, however, in the meantime, we're actually going to take care of... Yeah, we're actually going to do this. But if it starts thundering, we retreat and head back. Whoops. Better. Gangnam Style. Oh, oh, oh no, Gangnam Style. I remember it was a thing back then. I don't know if this will work out, but either way, we'll see about that. Sorry about that. have I really done my part at Southwest 5th Avenue, 10th Avenue? I gotta check for myself, folks. Turns out I did. I think I can hear background music, folks. I don't know if that's true, but I hope it's. I hope there isn't background music. Okay. You know, I just found out. Well, I actually remembered something out of nowhere that, or rather, in my mind, that funny thing, the funny moment from My Hero Academia was when Bakugo, who's also Kachan, nicknamed by Deku, Midoriya. Yeah, he's also Deku, by the way. When some guy said that he didn't like his attitude and said minus points, and he weighed in and yelled, "What the hell did you just say?" Well, not, but he yelled, "What the hell did you just say?" It was so funny, the way he reacted funny. And eventually, in a few episodes, Bakugo did, well, spoiler alert, he did fail the professional licensing exam for the first time, at least. But later, he eventually did pass along with Todoroki. Both those two guys, they failed. I mean, at the time, it was a demerit system, meaning that everyone started with 100 points, but every mistake they made, their points get deducted. And if they end up below 50, they fail. But however, here's what's weird. Well, even though it would be the case if anyone who did end up having points below 50, that of course they would be taken out of the exam. But that wasn't the case, because at the time, All Might All Might retired, and with All Might's retirement, the League of Villains started to seize the opportunity and start causing trouble, and all the heroes, they all got their hands full, and that's when an all-out war starts breaking out. All for One starts seizing the opportunity, starts going for it, and starts attacking Japan, and Well, there's the League of Villains, but there's also the Heroes. Yeah, I forgot the name, even though I've watched that anime for about yeah, it was about 9 years. Believe it or not, I mean it's been that long. And also, I found out that Bakugo, he's being treated. He's under intense care right now because apparently he was nearly killed by All For One. And boy, he was really dangerous. Oh no, it was Tomoru Shigaraki. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched My Hero Academia. It was probably about last year that I watched. But there is going to be a final season that's going to happen. There are a lot of things I look forward to this summer. A lot of things I'm looking forward to, folks. A lot of things. Believe it or not. Yeah, it's still raining, folks. And because of the fact that it's still raining and dark, I gotta take shelter right now because I don't want to get struck by lightning. I mean, you remember in the previous stream, folks, yesterday, I have seen so many lightning strikes throughout the future grounds for the Mushroom Capital building. Right now, just gotta wait. Gotta wait for the rain to let up. But the thing is, folks, it is 6:59 p.m., which means we are near 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is the time that I'll be ending the stream. But, I'm not going to end it right there for the night. I'm actually going to continue the stream 3 hours from now. Now, I am going to pause the game for now and then switch gears to the weather, which we're going to be talking about for about probably 5 minutes, and it will include the weather topic of the day. And the weather topic of the day will be the dry line. Now, where are the tornado warnings? Okay, so you remember the tornado warning that occurred in Kansas? Well, that expired. And now we're left with 12 severe thunderstorm warnings in Kansas, North Carolina, Texas, Georgia, and Oklahoma. They all have hail being reported, along with damaging winds of around 60 miles an hour, flash flood warnings occurring throughout Alabama, Kansas, and Texas. And there's a lot of special weather statements to go around, all associated with the severe weather. Well, at least mostly. In Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Kansas, Oklahoma, Georgia. Did I say Texas? Colorado. And North Carolina. And, oh yeah, and as well as Missouri. Oh, yeah, and not to mention Iowa. All this is storm based, just so you know, folks. Mostly throughout the South and parts of the Midwest as well. They're all dealing with a system that's occurring along a stationary front, especially in places in the South, and as well as the Great Plains region of the country. Plus eastern Colorado, which is part of the Great Plains, though. And look at that, it used to be 50, but now it's all dropped. And we have one severe thunderstorm warning, and it's occurring in places like Texas and Oklahoma. Okay. But still, you can never take the storms lightly. You just have to play it safe. Severe thunderstorm warnings. When you're inside, stay inside. Don't take a shower and don't wash your hands because you never know if lightning strikes a source for water. For example, if it were to strike a body of water, then running water, or whether you shower or wash your hands, it'll be like getting struck by lightning because you never know. Just because you survived it and didn't get electrocuted doesn't really mean that you'd be that lucky again, because it's not worth YOLOing. And if you're okay, yeah, don't touch. It's better to not touch the doorknobs because that can electrocute you as well, even though it's not water, but it's metal. As well, stay away from the windows because you never know. And outside, do find the nearest building to take cover or anywhere that gives you shelter, as long as it's not a tornado warning. And if you're in a car, stay in your car. Right? And flash flood warnings. If there's any, well, I think I've already, I think those flash flood warnings have subsided. No, not really. Flash flood warnings are in Alabama, Kansas, and Texas. Stay away from flooded areas, particularly in areas where you think that it's shallow enough for you to go through. It's not worth it. Sometimes it's running, but if it's not running, it's still not worth it because looks can be deceiving. It only takes about 6 inches of water to move a car or push a person off the ground. Even if it's not moving, you never know what's in the water. Alright, so now what about the weather topic of the day, folks? Okay, so let me just hold on a moment, folks. I think I can hear something like a background music. Hold on. Alright, I'm back, folks, so sorry about that. Okay, so the weather topic of the day is dry line. Now, what is a dry line? A dry line is a moisture boundary, not a temperature boundary like a cold front. It's a line where the air abruptly changes from dry to humid. Dry lines are often found east of the Rocky Mountains, where dry air from the southwest meets the moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. The collision of these air masses can cause the moist air to rise, leading to thunderstorm development. Dry lines are particularly important in the spring and summer when severe weather is more common. Dry line storms can produce large hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes, especially if there's enough wind shear or wind speed and direction changing with height. When a dry line passes, there is a noticeable drop in humidity, clear skies, and a shift in wind direction. Well, folks, this is what a detailed weather topic of the day sounds like. Although there were little bumps the way I speak, and it may sound like as though like me reading it is not so convincing, not so dynamic, not so great, but all I can say is, folks, is that I'm trying to give you the best details as I possibly can, just by reading from, from the best, and most accurate of sources. Alright? If you guys don't find that convincing, or if there's any type of facts, or rather something that I've read, or something that may sound misleading, please let me know it in the chat, or head over to my social media and do be very constructive in your criticism. That I accept, and if there's anything wrong, I can allow the constructive criticism, and I'll correct myself in the next stream. Okay? Alright, guys, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget that I'll be streaming at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is less than 3 hours from now. But until then, I gotta eat, shower, and even get ready for the second part of the stream. It'll last for another hour from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Alright? Thank you guys for watching. If you're not going to be around in 3 hours, and maybe I'll see you guys on Friday if you're not going to be here in 3 hours. But if you are going to be in 3 hours, I'll see you guys later. Don't go anywhere. And until then, peace out, everybody. Love you all. See you later. Signing out.